The second community practice meeting is we've planned it, and what we're going to ask people to do when they're with us today is to think about how we now take the top priorities that we identified in our first meeting, so our first community practice meeting, to take those top 5 research priorities and put them into practice. So if you remember from our first community of practice, we used a prioritisation framework to look at the moving forward document and use a framework to help us identify our top priorities. And for our particular community of practice, we identified escape pain, start back and impact back, swap and best. So what we've planned today is really to take the next step, so taking that evidence into practice, and we're going to do that by asking our groups to look at how we take that next step in terms of what can we do now, what changes can we make now, and what else do we need to help those changes happen. And then given that, I'm going to ask the groups to try and put that into sort of project management, so to give me names of people who would like to get involved in that and to give us timeframes about when that might occur. So that's really our plan. I'm also going to ask the group to look at a questionnaire that we've devised to measure practice as it stands now. So I'm hoping that they'll give us feedback on its design and its content and the way it looks, because that's really the vehicle by which we're going to measure any change. So if we can use it to measure baseline clinical practice, and then in a couple of months' time to see how practice has changed as a result.